out to run the Gucci slides. That bitch you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matt back, liquor clean. Dead places in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gun! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Over!
Here's Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39! Gun!
Now Bernard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Kelly. It's caught. Stills, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll run it here with Bernard. They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We got three. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Kelly to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Hey. Set. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hey, boys, we got four down. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
They get it to him running left. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
Leopard. Four down. Detroit.
From the gun, Kelly. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
We'll kick this one off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Robinson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Down, man, 5-4. 120.
First carry for Devontae Booker. And an alley to run. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go. Great.
On second down, here's Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey. Done. Waiting.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. Now Benjamin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. Three down. Set. Blue 90.
Now a carry for Bernard. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
On 2nd down, Kelly going deep here for Still. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. Gronkowski, the intended target. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Here we go now. Leopard.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Set. 3-19.
Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Kelly to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Steve McClendon in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's when you almost never see at this level a wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard. Line.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
Chinese on the Ringo. Chinese on the Ringo.
Gold, gold.
Alert.
Great.
Wins to throw on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Booker. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Black, come on.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
Let's get it. Oh, yeah.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Black, come on. Here we go.
Wentz to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with grip. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is taken at the 18. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Boston Scott, his first carry. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, watch 13, watch 13.
There we go, back. 120.
Wentz now on 1st down. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his pass incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch that end, tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Don't go. 20. Here, shift. Hey, great 15. Great 15. Black.
To throw, it's Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on now. Let's go. On the ball.
4 down.
That's your son.
From the red zone now, Wentz steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the... And he'll get in! Touchdown, Baltimore! Devontae Booker, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Hurry up, watch it now, Marty. 319. 319.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Crash, crash. Crash, crash. Run, 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 run. Break. Woo, woo. Yeah, baby.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the... It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. They give him a gain of 38.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Wentz going to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They slot Gronkowski outright.
Here we go. 120, 82, 82.
What we got? 51's the mic.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that's off the mark, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. This is Booker on the dump ball. And he showcased the spin but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the
How many
time.
plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down, Kellen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Kill.
Detroit!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
And they'll go on the ground. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Coming for you, son.
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The man left side is Gronkowski. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. They'll run on 1st down. Scott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, 4 down.
And the blitz does come. That's complete to Meredith. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
Hey. Here we go. 120. Lion.
On play action, Wentz. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. A very solid gain of 27. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 17 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Kelly to throw. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Matthews, the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Please, please. Hey, guys. Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Play action. Now Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
On 2nd down, Kelly. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
Now Kelly on 3rd down. And Matthews has it right side. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Get him, boys.
Leopard. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Lucky 50.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Boom. Yeah, baby.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here I come. I'm coming after you, 25. I'm coming after you, 25.
Gun, 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 gun.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a first down throw. Kelly. Under pressure now, and they get to Kelly.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Kelly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Here's Kelly, operating from the gun. It's complete, right side to Benjamin. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Giovanni Bernard punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they have to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's Robinson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Black, black.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Single. Here we go. 180.
Wentz to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball.